Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have my favorite recipe for Brussels sprouts. This is called Bang Bang Brussels sprouts, and it's from the Delish cookbook, which has a bunch of really awesome recipes, so I'll link it below in case you're interested. But I'm just starting out making the sauce, so I'm adding some olive oil. And in the description box below this video, I have the full recipe and all the measurements. And next I'm adding in some sweet chili sauce. And then some sriracha. And some garlic. Anytime a recipe calls for like a clove of garlic or however amount, I always like double it because garlic is just so good. And then I'm going to add in a juice from a lime. And this is a really cool lemon and lime juicer that I got a long time ago, and it's awesome. It catches the seeds. Highly recommend it if you don't have one in your kitchen, and I'll link that below too. So you can find it on Amazon, which is where I got it from. So once all of that is in the bowl, you can go ahead and whisk it. Make sure it's all mixed up, and then you can set it aside and start trimming your Brussels sprouts. So this recipe calls for 2 pounds of Brussels sprouts. And I would say that's pretty accurate. You could probably do a little bit less if you want more sauce on it. But I just trimmed the bottoms of the Brussels sprouts off and then cut them in half. If I have a ginormous Brussels sprout, I might quarter it instead. That way it's kind of all the same size. And I did about 1 pound, and then I dumped that in with the sauce and gave it a good mix. And then I continued to cut the rest of them, and then I stirred those in. And I know Brussels sprouts have a really bad rep. People think they're gross. They're so good. It's probably my favorite vegetable, honestly. There's so many different ways to make it. And if you don't like Brussels sprouts, it's because you haven't had a good recipe with Brussels sprouts. So this is one of my favorites. My other one is like a mustard sauce that I put on them. And I did a video on that a long time ago, so I'll try to find that and link it too, because it's really good. Love them. So once I have them all nice and coated, I put mine on a silicone baking sheet just because sometimes that sauce like caramelizes it, and it comes off super easy if you have it on a silicone sheet. If you put it directly on your pan, then you're probably going to get a lot of stuff stuck on there, and it'll require a lot of soaking and scrubbing, and I like to do it the easy way. So I'm just kind of pushing them all around to make sure it's an even layer, and then I'm going to season them with salt and pepper. And I have my oven preheated to 425, and you bake them for about 30 to 35 minutes. And once they're done, they look like this. And these are my favorite pieces, like the little tiny leaves that came off, and they're really crunchy like potato chips. Oh, they're so good. So if you want them more crunchy or roast them longer, obviously you could put them in for longer, but they're super good. So if you guys try this recipe, let me know what you think in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.